Greetings, dear friends. Greetings and happy Monday to you. Here we are checking in with our usual check-in, our mindful motivation for mindset mastery session. I trust you had a lovely weekend and getting ready to welcome the full moon. We've got a full moon coming tomorrow. It's the full moon in the sign of Virgo. So if you've been here with me before, we kind of have a little format where I like to just check in about the energy of the moon, and then we're going to look at this whole idea of mindset mastery is about following the rhythms of the moon is a great way to do that, but it's also about knowing what choices are suiting you and really getting into tapping into what's the right rhythm for you. So all that being said, full moon in Virgo is very healing moon. Virgo is an earth sign, and this is a very wonderful time to allow that energy to soothe you, to heal you, to maybe look at pieces that aren't serving you anymore. If you know, I'm really into the whole idea of liberating your inner truth, but also letting go of the things that are not serving you anymore. So this week in particular is a really wonderful time to look at your rhythm and your balance, and maybe go out in nature and just feel the connection, your connection with all that is, and look at what do you need to feel more whole, more complete. That's a really big piece of the energy of this Virgo full moon, is allowing us to feel in alignment with all aspects of us. And when I talk about all aspects, I often say this about the checking in with your four pillars of you, or your four bodies. And what I mean by that is, how's your physical well-being? It's the PEMS, P-E-M-S. So how's your physical well-being? How's your emotional well-being? How's your mental well-being? And how is your spiritual well-being? There's a really big piece. In particular, the physical and the spiritual for this week is a really big nudge, tap, insight. So allowing you to breathe into that beautiful, nurturing, healing energy, allowing yourself some introspection. The light of the full moon actually allows us to look at, it's like all aspects of you are illumined. What does that mean to you? And what do you need to make that more aligned, more truthful, based on your essence, your truth, your sense of peace? So all that being said, and if I say anything in any of these sessions that trigger you, or you think, oh gosh, I need some more support or help or guidance, put it in the comments below or message me directly, because this is about finding your rhythm and your flow, not hitting up against something and thinking, oh my gosh, what do I do here, or how do I take the next best steps through and feel healed and whole and complete and aligned with your truth, with your essence. Okay, so take a nice deep breath. As I was just kind of riffing on that, I was shuffling my letting go guidance cards. I like to just have a look at, there's the energy of the moon, and then what can we focus on letting go of to maybe find more ease and more balance and more alignment with what's right for you. And interestingly enough, is the story you're telling or listening to. So this is a perfect time to be just looking at, am I telling myself the truth about me? Am I telling myself and others the words I'm using, are they true for me? Or am I caught up in a outdated story? Or maybe even, am I repeating a story that I've inherited somewhere else and I haven't paused enough to see, is this really mine? Is this really what I resonate with? What is in alignment with the truth for me? And of course, there is never any right or wrong in here. It's about being willing to be introspective, to listen to all aspects of you and get the guidance and make the choices based upon what feels right in that moment. and allow yourself to do any course corrects you need to do, and also acknowledge that you are always doing the best you can with what you've got in front of you. So I trust that makes sense. So we're going to look at releasing any stories that we might be telling ourselves or listening to if they're not in alignment. And now we're going to pull a tarot card. I like to pull a tarot card and then 3 of the Healing with the Angels cards, and then we wrap up the session with one of my Liberate Your Inner Truth cards. So let's see what guidance comes up for us with this beautiful Virgo full moon, letting go of stories that we're telling ourselves. Oh, this is beautiful. It's the Page of Pentacles. I love that. So the Pentacles, to me, really talk about well-being, abundance, prosperity, but on all of those pillars that I just said about physical, emotional, mental, spiritual. So abundance. But this being a page is being like the new ideas, little ideas being planted, little pieces of inspiration, maybe in creating that introspective look at your connection to all that is, your connection to your own soul, your own soul's guidance, taking on the mindset mastery of a powerful, powerful manifester. It's here. This is the time that we can actually step into that and maybe acknowledge it and blossom with it. That feels really good. Now, taking another deep breath, I'm just shuffling the Healing with the Angels cards. I love using these cards in particular with these whole letting go and liberating your truth, because they always feel like they come up with some beautiful add-on pieces, and they make it a much more holistic, all-embracing, all-encompassing reading to start our week off. So the first card that's come up is harmony. I love that. That's what we're doing. We are bringing harmony to all aspects of us and to the collective by finding our rhythm, our harmony. This one, I think, is superb. Spiritual growth. That is so supported by this Virgo full moon, is that if we're using this full moon to maybe look at areas that we are not healed in, or that we've got past traumas or shadow aspects of ourselves that need to be brought to the light, this is part of our own spiritual evolution and development. And then also in doing that, and this is also really beautifully underlined by this full moon, is looking after your physical body. Treating your physical body as the divine sacred vessel that it is. What do you need to do? Do you need to stop telling yourself stories? Do you need to take on different habits? Or do you need to just be loving and kind to your body, to you, to yourself? Just checking in and seeing what comes up. I trust that makes sense. Like I said, if you need some more guidance or just want to interact about that or get some ideas of how to align with you, with what your needs are, then let me know. Sorry for that noise. That's my cat. She's trying to get some attention here. So, all this being said, let's just check in with what comes up to support all of these energies, this beautiful light that's coming from the full moon, this beautiful nudge, tap on our shoulders to feel that wholeness, that completion, that I am in the right place at the right time, I am doing the right things. And seeing, as we think along those lines, are there anything that comes up that says, okay, but I need to let this go, or acknowledge that something's not serving that truth anymore. And the card that's come up for us today for this one is I am loving. You are loving. I am loving. Can you lead with that? Can you acknowledge that and be loving and kind to yourself first and foremost? When we really can get into that, that allows that to be your go-to, that allows you to realize that that is the truth of all situations. And if we can use that as that's the answer to everything, is love. But let me read this out to you. So I am loving. I believe that no matter the issue, question, or problem, the solution is always love. In light of this, I freely and unconditionally share my loving nature. Maybe that's a mantra for us to walk forward into this week. So what do you need to blossom with your loving nature and shine that and share it and know that you are beloved and you are a being embraced with love, but shining love, sharing love? So I trust all of this makes sense. I wish you a beautiful week ahead. Like I said, if you need any more guidance or any of this didn't make sense, let me know. The intention is to help you find your best rhythm, find your best way, using whatever tips and tools that work for you and resonate with you. Much love to you. I'll be back here with you again next week. Thanks for watching.